Guys, so in today's video I wanted to talk to you about my joint problems and the conditions I have which can affect me in my day-to-day life. Sometimes it might not happen too often, and then, sorry, my dog's trying to come up, and then other times I could go months without having any problems. So first off, I have a condition called hypermobility, and it's sort of well known and not well known. So if I say to someone, oh, I've got hypermobility, they don't know what it is, but obviously to a lot of medical professionals and everyone, they obviously are aware of it. It's where my joints will go out of place really easily. So the main joints that I have problems with are my knees, big time. My fingers can come out of place quite easily. I mean, I'm lucky that my joints always go back in, or so far, touch wood, have always gone back into place straight away, or at least 10 minutes after. But so I'm lucky that I don't have to go to hospital to get my bones reset, sort of thing. And I also get some trouble in my shoulders, but the worst joint problems I have is in my knees. So I have suffered from knee problems since I was 14, that sort of age. And it started off that I had a condition called plica syndrome. So that's where the membrane around the fluid sac in your kneecap grows too much, and it was attaching itself onto my kneecaps, and what happens is the tissue will then pull on the kneecap, which will pull it out of place. So I had surgery on both of my knees, went really well, really successful, and it turned out that there was a lot in my knees that they had to remove, so no wonder they were doing it so often and really painful. But now I have a condition called chondromalacia patella in my knees, so that, as well as hypermobility, causes my knees to go out of place really easily. So basically my cartilage will wear away eventually, or hopefully not completely, but it will get thinner than most people's. I put a post on my Instagram recently about my knee going again. I always say like, oh, my knee's gone, because that's how it feels, like my knee's gone, like it'll go out of place sort of thing. And I put on Instagram about my knee. I didn't put anything about it, but what happened basically was I was just doing some fitness at home, did a couple of jumps, practicing jumps and stuff, and I landed wrong, but it happened so fast. Like, I didn't fall on the floor or anything. I landed normally, but I knew straight away that my knee wasn't right. So when I saw my physio about it a couple of days later, he said that it had probably subluxated, which is when the joint doesn't fully dislocate, doesn't fully go out of place, but it went straight back in. And because it happened so quickly, I couldn't process it in time in my brain to know that's what actually happened. So that happens a lot to my joints. Like, I've done it to my wrists, where I've like leant on them slightly or something, and it will subluxate. And like that I can feel, because it's happened slowly on my wrist, but because I landed, obviously that's a fast motion coming down to land, so that's why I couldn't process it. So I have physio on my knee. I mean, I pay for my physio. I see a sports physiotherapist who's really good, and there's nothing wrong with NHS, being on NHS physios, health, anything. I found it really useful, but the only thing is you get like 15-20 minute sessions, and I found that it wasn't helping my knees, my joints, as much as it could be. So that's why I looked in, well, actually I got recommended to see this physio, and he's brilliant, so shout out to him. But if it wasn't for him, I would be really struggling, like both physically and mentally in a way, because it can be hard. If you've hurt yourself, you're out then from doing anything for a long time, whereas when I go and see my physio, it could just be like a week that I'm out. I mean, I've been told that I have to do physio every day now, and that's it, sort of thing. I mean, for me, it's quite a lot to take in, like knowing that my joints are bad, I have to do physio every day, but actually that's what's best for me, and I'm learning that, and I'm trying to change my headset and my way of thinking about it and make it more positive. So if I do the physio, my knee won't go. I'll get stronger, my body will get stronger, my joints will get stronger. Because that's part of hypermobility, your joints are weaker. And this problem isn't as bad as some people's, but it's how you feel in your body. You're not being selfish, and I want you all to understand that if you've hurt yourself, you've hurt yourself. That's your body's way of dealing with strain on your joints. I want to help others to feel more positive when they've hurt themselves, when they're going through an injury, when they're going through a tough time. Like, you are not alone. You're not feeling selfish if you're struggling with like a small injury. There's nothing wrong with that. People deal with things differently. You've got to deal with your body. Yes, other people might be going through something a bit more severe, but you've got to think about your mental health and your well-being, and because that you are the most important person. How you feel is really important, and you cannot forget that. You've got to do physio every day like me, then you've got to do physio every day. You find a time in the day that suits you, put it into your routine, start getting it going, and it won't feel like a chore. It'll feel like you've got to just remember that this is what's best for my body, this is what I need to do, and this is what's going to help me to get stronger, to push through the harder times, to get your body motivated. I keep at my physio. Like, sometimes I get a bit hard, but I know that it's what's best, and I have to change my mindset about it. I hope today's video is helpful for you, and I hope that what I've said can help to change your mindset and start thinking like me. Like, you are going to have hard days. I have hard days where I really don't want to do my physio. I want to just sit and relax, but I know that if I sit for a long time, one, my joints will get worse, and two, I'm not achieving anything by just sitting. I need to keep going, keep active to get stronger. I need to change my mindset, which I have started to do, but I know I can improve so much more on, and I hope you can too. In one of my next vlogs, I'm going to be talking about and showing you all of my supports, ice packs, braces, everything that helps me when I've hurt myself that I can use straight away, that I've got in my room. I have a big size box just full of everything that I need, just in case I get hurt, that I've got it ready, that I don't have to wait a couple of days till let's go to a shop to get it all. I have it in the house, so I'll take it if I'm going to the gym or something. I'll take it so that if after the gym I've hurt myself, or my knees don't feel right, or my joints don't feel right, I've got some sort of ice or some sort of heat I can use to help relax the muscles, to stop the pain, because I find that taking painkillers don't work, and that I don't want to be taking painkillers every time I hurt myself. So I could be on them for weeks at a time. I could be on them every other month, every couple of months, and it's not good for your body. I just want to take ibuprofen when needed, if needed, sort of thing. But thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye.